Yo, what's up guys? King Chris here, and today I wanted to bring you guys a video about user options in the new H1Z1 map, or the new update that everybody's referring to that happened on September 20th. So I wanted to keep this video really short for you guys so you can get right down to it, change your user options, and get back in the game. Hopefully this will help you increase your frames per second and maybe just feel a little smoother and more accurate when you're shooting. So the first thing here, I just wanted to show you guys, I am actually, an okay player at this game. My top 10 matches are here. I've got 3 first place, 2 second, a third, a fourth, another fourth, and a fifth. So I'm currently working up to diamond. I'm platinum, I believe platinum 3 right now. Yeah, platinum 3. So by the end of the week I'll definitely be diamond, and hopefully by next week I can hit royalty. So let's get into this. You're going to go to your settings, and I just wanted to show you guys what I actually use for my reticle right quick. So the default is 22. I tend to use 23. I like the little bigger reticle, and I use this bright green here. Some people like to use white, some people like to use red. I tried the red and I personally didn't like it because I found that when I started shooting somebody and their blood splattered, it was hard to see the red reticle. And as for my sensitivities, I use 8 on my mouse sensitivity, so that's when you're flicking around just looking in first person or in first or third person without zooming or aiming down sights. And then my vehicle sensitivity is 24, so I can look around quickly, and my aim down sights is half of my mouse. I like to have that a lot lower so I can make real small adjustments and find their head. Alright, and then just so you can see what it looks like in the actual game as far as my graphical settings, I'll show you the user options next. 1920 by 1080, so that's full 1080p. Field of view 74. Render quality is 100%. Render distance, this will actually be set to 1450 in my user options by default, or not by default, but by my own settings, and then I bump it down to 500 when I'm in game. Ambient occlusion off, vertical sync off, and then everything else is set to low except for texture quality, and then tree quality is low, interior lighting off. And let's get back out of this, and I'll see you guys in the user options setting next. Alright guys, we're back now to dig into the user options. I'm on Windows 10, so I just click down here, and then I have mine in my recent files, but I'll show you guys how to get to this. So you want to go to your local disk over here, then you want to go to Program Files, x86, go to Steam, and then go to Steam Apps, Common, H1Z1, King of the Kill, scroll all the way down, find your user options, and basically what you guys want to do here is right click, properties, make sure that this, oh that was the wrong one, make sure it's on the user options property, make sure that you uncheck read only. If that's checked, hit apply, hit OK, open it on up, and here we go. So my full screen width is 1920 by 1080. I showed you guys that in game. I never play in windowed mode, but if I do, I've played around with it a little bit just to see what it's like. I have it smaller, but I don't really like it. So I play in full screen mode. HD Pixel Plus is at 1.0. That's on high. You can go to 1.1 and make it ultra, but for me this is fine. I like the way it looks. And then basically all my render settings are set to low and medium. The effects quality is so when you guys are shooting long distances, you can actually see the bullet impact and adjust your shot. So whenever you see the dirt kick up or the little black smoke, that's your bullet impact. And then blood splattering and watching the blood leak out of somebody, you need to have this on at least a 2 to be able to see that stuff, which is super important. So as you guys can see here, I can actually see the bullet impacting, which is super important, so you can adjust your shot. You can see the bullet drop working here and the travel time, how I shoot, and then my bullet actually impacts after the fact. You really need that to be able to see and adjust shots. Overall quality, -1. This just means you're using a custom setting. Texture quality 1, shadow quality 1. You could turn this to 0, but apparently right now you can't turn shadows off. Floral quality 1, render distance, super important. I keep mine on 1450. I feel like for me this is the bare minimum that I need to be able to see the actual earth and the land when I'm falling and I'm free falling. So when you guys are parachuting down, if you have this really low at 500, you're not going to be able to see and spot cars on your way down. And then once you actually hit the ground, you can turn it down to 500 and get maximum frames per second. This, for me, I feel like this affects my frames per second more than anything else right here. So keeping this at 1450, but the biggest thing is to drop it down to 500 when you actually hit the ground and you're running around. Alright, so this is what I do when I get in game parachuting down. My render distance is at 1450. You can see I can actually see the earth, and I can start spotting cars. I can see that cop car on the back side, top side of these campers over here. So I'm just going to maintain my render distance, and then right around here I'll pop into the graphics. I'll bump it down to 500, so when I hit the ground everything's super smooth and I'm getting maximum frames per second for my setup. Landed a little far away, but that's alright. I think I'll still beat these guys into the car, give them a little honk and say see ya. And then maximum FPS, you can set this to 99 or -1. Basically you want uncapped FPS. Use LOD 0A, 0, smoothing 0, speed tree LOD 0, model quality 1, fog shadows enabled 0, AO 0, interior lighting 0. I have my vertical FOV at 74, which I believe now is the new maximum. Lighting quality 0, particle LOD 0. Some people seem to think that this is actually what makes the bullet impact and the smoke kick up when your bullets hit and stuff, but it's not true. As you see, I have mine on 0 and I can see the bullets impacting, and I'll show you a little video. And then as far as sound, this is something I personally like to do. I turn my music completely off. I don't like to hear the game music when I'm actually in game and I'm trying to listen for footsteps or gunshots. And then there's one other thing I want to show you guys here. It's under the, here we go, under UI. So this command right here, Reticle Classic Mode 1. When you guys right click, or when you guys, when you go into first person mode and you have the shotgun out, you actually have a circle around your reticle. So I use the standard reticle is the dot, and it's number 22. I use 23. It's a slightly bigger dot, and mine's green, like I showed you guys. But this right here will put a circle around that dot when you're using the shotgun, which is awesome, because if you've ever tried to aim the shotgun with that tiny little dot, it's super hard. So this just makes it a lot easier to hit guys when you're indoors or in a close fight with somebody, to have that big circle and you just put that circle on their body and pump them. So as you guys can see here, this is the circle around the reticle I was talking about for the shotgun. It works in first person and in third person. This is awesome. You guys got to use this command. So that's it. I hope that was quick enough for you guys. For me, this gives me the max frames per second I can get on my machine while still being able to see and hear those important things like the bullet splat, the bullet impact at long distance, somebody bleeding out. I can hear people because the music's not up, and it's easy for me to shotgun somebody because I've got this circle around my 23, that slightly bigger dot on the default reticle. So I hope you guys find this useful. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, like the video, subscribe for more content. My channel is fairly new, but I'm releasing stuff every week, so stay tuned and I'll bring you guys more. Peace.